last second, nothing much really. Just a bunch of randomness, just calling out fraud behavior. A lot of like
fraud or frog.
Fraud, both. That actually is both. Same thing. But we was talking about with this one in particular, it was more Mises and how he's like crying about me talking about him, but it seems like he's the one that's obsessed with me. He's sending private messages and DMs to Ryan Upchurch and Kalani about me and all this stuff, crying, talking about how he's reading my comment sections. So it's like crazy how they hate me, but he's really a fan. He's watching right now. I can guarantee it.
Well, your haters are your biggest fans, of course. Thank you, haters, for the engagement.
Facts.
And you're right. You said something. I called it before I was trying to come in. You said something first of all, whenever you start to get any little bit of engagement or notoriety, here comes the same old recycle hate. And it's always the same thing every single time. And the fact that people can't see that is just crazy to me. It's been done like 5 times, maybe even more.
The slander campaign about me, 100%. 100%. It's been done a billion times.
But you know what?
And it's like...
But like you really said, you get so much love right afterwards.
Big facts. And before. And I think that's what it really is. It stems from a combination of people that's just extremely envious and anyone who dislikes you willing to latch on to anything that makes you sound horrible, right? That shit is desperate. But then when you're someone who's polarizing and you have a lot of people that dislike you, there's going to be more noise for it, right? More celebration for it. And it's more of an attempt to try to break me or to get me to stop using, I guess, my method of content, which is the truth. They want me to just fall in line and do whatever they say, right? It's really disgusting. When you have people blatantly say, if you call into my stream right now, we'll stop doing this. I think it's obvious as fuck that it's a clout chase, it's an envy thing, and it's something where it's just like, man, within the last few years, I'm had to deal with it. I'm going to always have to deal with it, it seems like. But I personally am not going to even acknowledge that shit. You hear somebody saying some slanderous shit about me, and if you are a supporter of me, defend me or report that shit. Don't send me no screenshots of it, guys. Just defend me, like actually stand up for the truth, or report that shit. Maybe even both. Report that shit if it's disgusting and slanderous, 100%. But as far as people using that to get my attention, nah, I'm cool. I'm not even going to acknowledge it.
I mean, are they not original enough to come up with something new, though? It's like they watched a bunch of old videos from 5 years ago, and they're just parroting everything that those losers have said with no proof, nothing shown. And the fact that you said that, or they said if you call in then they'll stop it, says everything to me, because people who actually care about that stuff, kids and whatever, like anything, people who are passionate about that stuff would never say that. There's nothing that someone like that could say to them to get them to stop. So that's 100%. Just crazy. It doesn't make sense.
It's a campaign.
It is, because look who hops back in the mix. Like, where has Frog been? We haven't seen him, haven't talked about him, and then all of a sudden, when all this shit starts popping off with Mises and Adam, he pops himself right back in, fucking
hops in, tries to jump in the middle, insert himself, talk a bunch of shit about me. Niggas ain't even saying his name. He over there crying because my name get brought up. That shit looked hilarious, bro. It was a clear sign of what a lot of people do behind their computer screens whenever they hear somebody say my name. They get angry as fuck. And he's a coward, a straight coward. You calling out Upchurch for a diss song, but you've been running from me for months for a debate. You said a bunch of shit. I want to pull it up. Let's pull receipts. You call me a liar. I know you're a liar. Let's go on the stream and let's debate and pull up receipts and see who the real liar is. This motherfucker is terrified. Scared to death, but you go and yell at another person who's just extremely passive?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, no, they picked. Well, that's all calculated. That's why they'll never come at you. They can't.
100%.
They know 100%. They can't, or else he would have. You can't cry that UPCHURCH isn't coming to you. And who the F are you? Compared to UPCHURCH, you are flea. You are no one, Frog. You can't cry, and then you've been asking to speak to him for months. Like, it doesn't work both ways.
Big facts.
But yeah, I saw him talking some shit. Well, actually, I saw it in one of your videos because you go live very late sometimes, and I'm old, so I try to make it. Most of the time I can't. I like the morning streams. But it's nice because I can listen to those streams in the morning. And I heard Frog say something about UPCHURCH making people choose sides.
Yeah, nah, he's not doing that.
I thought that was interesting because, and I left a long-winded comment about it underneath one of the clip videos. I don't really remember what I said, but he's the one that made me choose a side. Okay? Because contrary to popular belief, I don't just fall in line with you. And people need to realize that. Again, I'm going to say it again. I was the one that was side-eyeing him and brought it to you. So how would I be following you? That doesn't make any sense. So I was still, even after that first video, it was really respectful criticism too. And he responded like he threw a tantrum. Even then, I was still holding out hope. I'm like, okay, I'm going to let this play out. I'm going to see how it rolls. But then that one stream that they kept blocking you in or timing you out or whatever, I came into that stream still. I'm like, okay, I'm going to see how it plays out. And everyone just coming at me, people that I've chatted with on his channel for years. You're a piece of shit. Well, just come, like, it's obvious that there was some kind of behind the scenes something, like I was X'd out, which is fine because after all that, trust and believe, when he started going that one way with the recycled garbage about you, there's no question that I would have picked a side. But really, in reality, him doing that picked for me too. But he's the one that made me pick a side. I'm like, okay, obviously I'm out of the squad. It's just crazy. And then he talks about everyone following you. Look at all his people that were in that chat that I've talked to for years, like at least 2 years, just coming at me. I hadn't even talked to them since all this went down. It just, everything he spews is what he does.
100%. That shit, the chat that you're talking about in particular was so disappointing, man. I did not expect that type of treatment at all, fam. And I thought that it was hilarious that while I was getting done dirty, he's being able to talk freely and say the most disgusting shit about me, that gifted memberships were being dropped like fucking candy in there. I couldn't help but to think that it was connected. I really think it was connected. And because he has the bigger numbers, it seems like with a lot of panels too, that if you have numbers that they just kiss your ass. You go on there and say a bunch of shit. Like recently when, I'm not going to say the channel that he was barking on, but he was going crazy on one channel. The channel says, hey man, can we be respectful? And he's like, fuck him. I'm like,
oh yeah, I heard
what
that.
The channel gonna do? Yeah, I'm like, what the channel gonna do? Are you gonna actually put your foot down? No, you're just gonna allow him just to disregard what you said. Just smile as he shits on your friend that you had come on here and get pretty much attacked by 4 to 5 different people at the same time. It's fucking hilarious. But they afraid to talk to me one-on-one. It's terrified. It's just everything about that whole crew over there is hypocritical. These guys are the toughest people unless it involves my name. Then they not tough. Now they snakes.
He's reporting you for bullying? You said he reported you for bullying. You are shitting me.
That's big facts. Wow. I didn't want to put it out there too crazy. I waited mad long before I let it be public. But yes, 100%. 100%.
Wow.
Reported me for it. I got a strike for it and everything a few months ago.
Wow.
Because I was just roasting, just cracking jokes. Meanwhile, this nigga could say the most disgusting, slanderous shit about me because he don't like me. And then when I say, I might get a lawyer, that he does a little public. I've never seen anything on BX. I just want to say that and make that known. On that. Whoa, why are you switching up now? And then now when you see everyone try to dogpile on BX again, now it's safe for you to come out and get tough. I would love to just meet some of these people in person, not to threaten them, but I just would love to get on camera, them being terrified and peeing on themselves when they see me face to face. That's Adam, Calhoun, Mises, right? All these people, Calhoun, when they're threatening to pull up to people's houses. And then when I say come to the Bronx, they get scared. These guys are weird.
It's so weird. They belong together. They really do.
Big facts.
It's bad. I mean, it's funny you say that because when it was just you and Frog, he bowed out pretty quick, especially after the whole, lawyer, like you just said. Yeah, but there was no one there. It was just you and him. He didn't have his little fake hypocritical posse to back him up. And once he saw that others were coming at you, like I said before, he hopped right back in it. He needs right that.
Back on, jumped on panel. Kissing ass. It's crazy. It was straight disgusting. And the way that they were talking to people, they would never even dare to talk to me like that. It wouldn't even dare. So it was disgusting all around. That's why I don't take those losers serious in any way, shape, or form. I think that people were like letting them know the whole time that they were losing credibility and they don't give a fuck. Hey, we got Jody on here too. What's up, Jody?
What's up, Jody?
Hey, brother.
How you doing?
Hey, I just want to say this real quick to the people that are out here and to the audience. We know what's going on with Church's family. Okay, we're not going to be saying any of the comments over here. I will be deleting them. We're not going to be talking about his family over here. Okay, for legal purposes and just for a good human purpose. That doesn't need to be said over here at all.
That's what Frog does. You can go over there and do that shit. Go to his Telegram. It's all about that.
Big facts and spreading slander and lies and disgustingness.
But you got to pay to be there.
He charges people to be there? Oh, that's crazy.
I don't know. I never joined Telegram. I was just in his Discord. And that's how I know that he does reactions behind the scenes and then comes to YouTube and do them. I've seen it.
There's already enough channels that are already covering that already. That are part of that whole thing over there. We don't need to be doing that over here. Besides,
I'm not going to cover
that we don't for just to protect BX, we don't want that legal issue of if something happens. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
Honestly, it's not even legal for me. It's just you don't do that. Like this shows you right here that we don't play that shit. I have no idea what you're even talking about. I don't look at that shit. It's none of my business. So yeah.
Same. 100%, which is crazy because they will claim that we're over here getting personal and not about the music. And everything we talk about is about the music, right? If these rappers are beefing and putting it in their music, it's okay if we talk about it. But all these other people are going personal and not showing any integrity. Just like you said, I didn't know about exactly what he was talking about, but I know I ain't gonna talk about it.
No.
I
ain't gonna look at it. I ain't gonna look for it. It's like these people spend all day just on here, just doing that nasty shit. They're behind the scenes, plotting and scheming. Right. Like, where do you people find the time? I just got done door dashing and I'm driving home. Like, this is the time that I get right before my kids. Like, what? How do y'all have so much time? I really want to know. I want to know the fucking secret because I think use
they motivated. They motivated by hate and jealousy and envy.
Yeah,
and they want UPCHURCH to have a downfall. They want to destroy anything connected to them, and they want to control them. I truly believe that, especially the way these people are talking. The way I'm hearing a lot of people talking, fam, it's so disgusting, fam. Because y'all know me, I hate being told what to do. I hate people trying to control me. Right. And to see people trying to do that to UPCHURCH, it's really nasty. People say that they're fans, so why you keep trying to tell him what to do and control him and then say nasty things because he doesn't want to do what you said to do? Can't be a fan.
And listen, it's not against anybody that's in chat either. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that as a blanket statement that it just doesn't need to be over here. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Not against anybody here, but if you're going to say that shit in this chat, stuff in the chat. Sorry for swearing, BX, but it's going to get blocked as soon as it's said. No questions asked. We are not dealing with that over here.
I didn't even see it, but facts. Big facts. I think that's nasty. That's somebody probably trying to get me to talk about that shit when they know I'm not talking about that. People want me to hate UPCHURCH so bad. That shit is kind of weird. When I notice that type of energy, I do look at people funny. When you're trying to force me to hate something or somebody, it's just weird. But I appreciate you for letting that be known, though, and bringing that to my attention.
It's just unnecessary. Like, why do you have to talk about, like, keep it to the music and the, the drama between the creators. There's no reason for people's families. And that's not just going on in this community. That's going on everywhere. And it's disgusting. And there's just no reason for it.
It's nasty as hell. There's like a lot of sick and toxic people that they use that shit as an outlet. They use it as an outlet to get their toxicity off. Using me as a scapegoat for why grown men are having whatever issues they have is insane. That shit sounds nuts. It's wow.
That's lack of accountability. Like, you can't control yourself. I mean, obviously Adam and Mises can't control themselves. I mean,
they definitely cannot.
I just gotta say, as a woman, and keep in mind, I'm happily married together over 20 years, but it is so, I don't even know the word. Like, it's just disgusting to see how these men behave as a woman. Like, you beta whining. Like, yes. Mm-hmm. It's a turn off. Not that I want to be turned on, pause, but
unappealing.
It's not that's not the men that I surround myself with. So it's very foreign to me to see men behave that way.
Dead ass.
And I would be embarrassed if I was their girl.
That shit is weird. Could you imagine being in the same house or same room with them? They crying for 10 hours. No, you got to come and talk to me right now because I disagree. You owe me a call. No. Fuck no. That shit is weird. And like you said, that's beta energy. It's just all that crying and bitching and moaning is beta energy. And being emotional as fuck.
Not just in the same room, sitting right next to them, laughing, rooting them on.
Like, yeah.
Staring at him while you're reading comments with the other eye.
Sorry. Looking at the reaction.
I'm sorry. God, I don't do that. I don't go in on especially her because that's the one reason that I held on for as long as I did because I don't think she's a bad person and at first I didn't fault for her for sticking by her man, but after seeing how he acts and how he speaks to her, I don't know how. I'm actually disgusted with myself for supporting him as long as I did and not seeing it sooner. Yeah, so I'll take accountability for that one. See, that's how you take accountability, people. You look back and realize you missed red flags and you correct it in the future. It's all you can do. You don't blame it on other people.
Or just try to get as disgusting as possible so no one pays attention to people just being wrong or the fact that you did take accountability. It is nasty. Yeah. I used to not think that she was a bad person. Now I think she is. Like, I think she's just as disgusting because when he was getting disgusting, she was right there with him. When they was in that live chat and I was blocked and they were saying disgusting shit, she was right there with him. She also was saying shit about you, right? This is a weird thing. Like, whenever they feel like they can't get to me, they start attacking my supporters, right? That shit is crazy. Y'all get blocked. People disrespect y'all. That shit is nasty as fuck. And mind you, you was their supporter as well. They didn't even care about that.
I gave him one. I don't even remember what I said, but I know for that whole week while everything was playing out, I played it very neutral. I just modded the chat. I wouldn't let any comments in that talked about joking about them being on, DRUGSs. Like, I was trying to keep it, just respectful and neutral. So, and I gave him one sentence of criticism in one live. And that must have been their out. Because obviously they didn't want me around after everything went down. They took that one little piece of respectable, criticism, and I was done.
Yeah, that sound like they swag. You disagree with me one time, Man, that's how I started noticing and distancing myself from him, because I would see that whenever someone disagreed with him, he would lose his fucking mind in chat. He would go crazy, cursing them out. They all types of names, right? She would join in and just agree on and barely be able to talk. And I was just like, this don't seem right. I thought he was able to have a conversation. It don't seem like it. It seems like he was portraying an image. Right. I believe that they are everything that they said that they were against. I think he's the system just as well as his girl. They do a lot of industry shits and industry connections and non-calling out of industry friendships.
Yeah.
So this dude, Tom MacDonald, could do songs with Ben Shapiro called Facts, and then weeks later, Ben Shapiro could help Candace Owens get fired because she said Jesus is king. You don't want to call Tom. Why is Tom MacDonald not saying anything? And then on top of that, why is Frog not saying anything? It's like they're protecting their posse.
I mean, I gotta be honest. I'm still a supporter of Tom's music, but
perfectly fine.
I mean, it's not that I don't see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
It's a capitalist system, though. Like that, the same crap goes on in business and politics. Like he's playing. You're right. He's playing the system. Yeah, he is, and I can't exactly blame him for that. I mean, it's kind of. I don't even want to say his name. Trump. It's just like him taking advantage with his businesses and the tax system, and then everyone complaining, well, look what he did. He's like, it's the system. I'm just using y'all's system. So I kind of see it similar to that. That's why I don't lean as heavy against it, even though I do see the difference, though. I do, and I see the hypocrisy when, like you said, with Ben Shapiro, like it's silence. But then the first trans, poppin' video that comes out, you're on it. So I don't agree with that. If you're going to call one thing out, call it all out, no matter what side it's coming from. That's why I don't consider myself left, right. I'm indifferent. I'm eccentric. Like, I don't label myself. I will call out a lefty, a right. Doesn't matter. Just keep it 100 all around. Same,
100%. And I think the biggest difference, because you said, what's his name? My man, the Don Meister, call him that. The same thing. But then he has a certain extreme level of honesty, which makes him more likable. Is that he'll tell you he's doing that dirty shit. Like, I think one of the most famous quotes from him when he said, you know how I know all these people are doing all this nasty stuff? Because I'm doing it too. I'm right there with him behind the scenes, screwing the system. That's me, nigga. That's how I know none of these motherfuckers are saying what they are doing what they say. Tom ain't gonna do that. Like, he's not gonna honestly say, yes, I am using the industry tactics and doing all this other shit, and I'm playing a game and I'm ignoring certain shit, but speaking up for certain things because it rises my notoriety, right? And a lot of these reaction channels are doing the same exact thing. They will stay quiet when they see a bunch of other shits because it doesn't help them and it won't benefit them. And then whenever they see something that's the trend and all the other bigger channels are talking about it, or the rappers are saying it's okay to give an opinion on this, then they just copy. And there's no originality. And I don't mind capitalism, but I got to be honest about it. People could do whatever they want with their business. I'm a firm believer in that. But I'm going to call it out. If people are putting out Black Lives Matters burgers, in order to sell stuff, I got to call out the veteran shirts that Tom MacDonald was putting out conveniently to sell his product, right? It's the same thing. It's the same exact thing. And it is his business and he can do whatever he wants. But I know a grift when I see it. I know a pander when I see it. I remember there was this one guy, I don't remember his name, but you telling me about his content. He was on his red pill, waking and exposing Hollywood. And it took me a few seconds. I was like, that's some bullshit. This nigga's grifting. Like, he's not about that life. I know because I'm actually red pill. I pay the cost to be red pill. This shit ain't no trend for me. Motherfuckers try to cancel me on a regular basis. So when he comes out, he's saying all these keywords and shit. I'm like, it's just fake as hell. Then I start looking into his other content. I'm like, I'm not okay with it. And then what happens? Eventually, it gets revealed that I was right. I think it's the same thing with all these other people.
Yeah, you called that one quick as hell too, and I'm like, no. And now I think it was like a couple months ago, I finally looked back into him again, and he's saying like he shut down all of his channels. He's saying that he was in a bad place mentally and being paranoid. Like, yeah, he's back to his liberal self.
Back to the grip. I don't even know his name, but I knew it. I just could tell.
I know his name, but I'm not going to say it. Yeah, I ain't going to say it.
I don't even want to watch his content. I could just tell. I knew it. I knew that shit was like a grift. I was like, oh, the channel's dying. He's switching it. He's doing it. I peep game. So yeah, it's like, I know what it is. I have no problem with capitalism, but I'm going to call it out. And I'm still not telling people what they should listen to. I still to this moment say, if people are fans of MacDonald, then cool, right? I still give him credit on his rap ability and skill set. But there's just certain things that I just think is just nasty. And I'm noticing that same thing with reaction channels where they just pander and just like press the play button and smile and say everything's amazing. And that's what people like. Oh, okay. But I'm not like that. I'm going to call things out. Right. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to tell the truth. And if other people want to do shit the other way, cool. I'm not going to be the mainstream business. I'm going to do things how I want to do. Yeah, it's still a business. But if I can't do things and be successful being myself, then I don't want to do it. I'm not pandering. I give my honest opinion.
That's true. I don't really care about people like hopping on a trend or, you know, a story that's kind of going around. But I can't stand like the fake buddy like you were talking about earlier. And there's the channel that, you know, the chat that kept timing you out and going at us. That one hurt my heart. I'm not going to lie. And I'm not going to say their name because they don't deserve any recognition. That one hurt my heart because you were the one supporting and rooting and always there. The only time I ever saw Frog in his chat was one time before, and we're talking within like a year's time. One time. And he came in and said that he was about to go live and he left.
Crazy. Came in to promote himself. Yeah,
but because he's a bigger channel, and you know, they're going to follow wherever the rise is, whatever the easiest, you know, path is for them to get up there.
Crazy.
And then look what happened to that channel.
Done. Karma. China. And if only there was someone who knew about copyright that got demonetized multiple times and was able to get their channel monetized again. If only there was someone that could have helped him.
Me, Frog reached out to help him.
Fell too. Did he? Yeah, I don't think he even did. I think he probably.
I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it.
Clown behavior. That's just not. That's like showed me a lot. That showed me a lot seeing that, fam. And it kind of made me like somewhat jaded, right? I'm not like quick to be buddy with a lot of these YouTube channels. Like people got to earn my respect, right? Like people like Rebel earned my respect. Right. And until he shows me different, he'll keep it. Right. But with the person that you're talking about in particular, like, fam, I'm never one person to be like, oh, I did this and I did this and I helped out. Right. But I did help out. And like, I took it personal when people would try to disrespect him on bigger channels to try to shut him down or took his content, didn't credit him, edit the shit out, chopped. I was one of the main people ready to go to war. Fuck me being clipped out. You're not going to disrespect the smaller channel, bro. Like, you're not going to try to bully these smaller channels. But then to see them, like, the first chance that they get to actually take a stand for me, turn their back on me, like, that shit was crazy. It made me view shit so differently, right? So differently. They were just using me. They were just blatantly using me. Crazy. And then called me, had the nerve to since then call me like a clout chaser now. And like, I'm all this other, and I'm like, fam, they've called me clout chasers. I'm doing all of this. And I'm like, I've never done reactions to you, nigga. You react to me. Right? Like, how am I chasing clout from you? You react to me. So that sounds nuts. But now I do this myself, now I'm a clout chaser. It's all the time. Like, remember, it was a YouTube channel. I don't remember their names at all, actually. But a few months back, they were saying my praises of how awesome I was. And yeah, let's go against these gatekeepers. And then when me and them had a disagreement, they go on their YouTube channel and say the most craziest fucking lies about me. Yo, BX said he gonna take our channel down. And I'm like, what? I never said that shit. You don't remember? I ain't gonna say their names, but I remember I did a reaction to it, calling them out and saying,
oh, yeah. Got it.
Saying some crazy shit about me, like, yo, look, he's obsessed, he's a stalker. And mind you, they're sending me messages the whole time telling me to call. Right. And then like when they put out this live stream accusing me of attacking their channel and saying that I want to take their channel down. And I'm like, what the fuck? I did my reaction to it. They took that video down.
Hold on, they took it down after you reacted to it?
After I reacted to it and said, yo, let me tell you guys what kind of shit these niggas is saying. Y'all were in live with me. You know I never said no shit like this. We got screenshots of their family members threatening me multiple times. They get on live streaming threatening me multiple times. And then he gets on the live after that and says that I tried to take down his channel. And that I threatened and said I was going to remove his channel on some cancel culture shit. I'm like, nigga, that sounds nuts, fam. Oh, he's trying to gatekeep us. So I did a reaction of me reacting to it. And then I kept playing the audio clips from the live stream previously of where did I say this in any moment of time? They're lying. And what did they do? They removed it right after I released the reaction.
Wow. Well, that's just a clear indication of why people don't want to talk to you man to man.
100%. And it's a coincidence that these channels now coincidentally trying to dump on UPCHURCH and say he's crazy now, right?
Wow.
Clowns. But that's why I just stay to myself, stay in my little bubble. There's a few people I might do streams with, but man, I'm just dedicated to the supporters, man. All these other people, they do just weird shit. They're just like really suspect. That one situation of plethora of situations just made me not trust creators overall. Motherfuckers would come in my chat and say how much they love me and how amazing I am, and then go in another live chat and talk so much shit about me. The shit is crazy.
True. I've literally seen it. Like, yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, I don't get it. But you have a good heart though. People think you're so mean and blah, blah, blah. You get jaded for good reason. And you may take a period where you're like, okay, I'm done, like dealing with other content creators, but your good heart will never let you give up on people. There's still good people out there. I refuse to let these disgusting people jade my view of just people in general and humanity. Like, I don't think everyone's bad. I think there's more good people than bad people. I think the bad people are just louder. So I'm not going to let them have that power over me to make me be like, I'm never talking to anyone again. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe I'll take a break, but I'm just going to put forth, different, boundaries and stuff, give it more time to make sure. Because I feel like a lot of the people that you dealt with in the past, some of them weren't bad people. They just don't have that motivation grind that you do. And it just didn't mesh well. But I don't think those couple people, and you probably know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to say the names, but don't think they're bad people. I think they're just not at the same life level, that you're at. And it just didn't mesh well.
Yeah, I don't think that they're bad people either, but I do think that it's not healthy for me to be around them. This stuff that I haven't come out and because I have no hate or malice for any of these people, but there's stuff behind the scenes where they've showed such clear envy for me to where I think that it was going to end up bad somehow, to where it was going to just bubble up and then somehow come out. And it kind of was a little bit towards the end of me even being around or associated, but no hate for them or anything. I do think that me working so hard and always trying to, I guess, push people that I rock with or care about to do the same when it comes to their dreams can be a little bit heavy, I guess, too, as well. Right. From my part, I do think that me always trying to push somebody, go ahead and do it. Do it. Create. Live your dreams. I think that's over the top from my side. But I do think that it's not to where I'm never going to talk to nobody ever again. I'm going to have the small people that I do respect that I might collab with, right? Like people like Rebel and whatnot. But I have to protect myself, man.
Of course.
This industry is disgusting. It's really nasty. And there's people that will just try to use you for anything. Look at the other day, right? And I'm not holding no grudges against that creator, but motherfuckers were spamming their shit to me nonstop in the comment section, in the live chat, in my DMs, in my email. And it was all just to promote them, but they'll hide it under the guise of, or be presented as, yo, man, yeah, I'm rocking with you. And it's fam, now I gotta kind of give people the opportunity to, or give them the opportunity to earn the respect from me.
Yeah, they gotta prove themselves. Everyone has to earn respect. You know, we're not with that.
To you guys than talk to a bunch of creators. Like, I'd rather do what we're doing now. Drop the link. You guys call in. That's more beneficial for and productive for me, right? That's why I'm saying, like, I would rather focus on my supporters than who likes me creator wise. I think that a lot of that shit is envy and is nasty, and because of the amount that I work, it's always going to be like that. Always going to be like that. And that's not going to mean that I don't talk to nobody and I'm just going to like just stay in my joint. I am going to stay in my bubble, but I am going to speak to a few people. I'm not going to just go just straight silence when it comes to interacting with other creators. But there's going to be a select few. I'm not going to just be friends and buddy with other creators. I'm not going to be on everybody's panels. You ain't going to see other creators on my shit like that, right? Unless I approve of it. I just think that's the best way. And that's the way more productive stuff can happen. Within the last few weeks, me focusing on just myself and putting out content and live streaming, I've been able to be way more productive.
No, I see it too. And, you know, we're not with that. I know when me and you were growing up, like our grandparents were, you know, you give people the benefit of the doubt. You can't do that anymore nowadays. Like, yes, there's a basic level of human respect that I think everyone deserves. But as far as like, you know, the benefit of the doubt, no, like I need to see who you are. And these past situations just made me realize that some people just have a really good mask. And I just need to wait longer. Like, cause I do look back at things and I'm like, man, I had that little inkling inside my gut that I should have listened to. So everything's just a lesson. You move forward and, you know, why can't other people just do that? Just do your own content, move forward. Why does it have to be this woke cancel campaign for you? I don't get it. Like, why? It's
because I won't bend the knee. That's people want me to bend the knee to fucking just say whatever they want me to say, and they hold grudges. And because I'm unapologetic, people can't stand that shit. Like, you've seen creators that had an issue with me years ago come out of fucking nowhere and just start talking shit with misinformation just because. That's insane to me. You got that much hate in your heart for me? Fuck it. I can't care. I can't afford to care.
No, you can't. No. I mean, it's not worth your time. Like, yeah. It just shocks me. Like, I just want to think good in people, but it's a gatekeeping thing too with those bigger music creators, especially. You're a threat to them. 100%. You are a threat to all of them. So if it benefits them to come together to keep you out, then that's what they're going to do. And it's not going to work. But for other people, like if it wasn't you and someone else, maybe it would work. And then you know what would happen? They'd be gone. And then that core group of people, they'll eventually end up fighting and doing, you know, streams 100%. About each other. Because that's just what happens with an anti-community. You know, I've been through this. You come together to hate on one person or one subject. And then when that gets old and played out, then you're hating on each other. It's just what happens. So I'm just going to sit back and watch it happen because I know it's coming.
100%. That's why I'm not even going to engage. I'm not going to be going back and forth for nobody. I'm just focusing on the content. These guys are losers and I'm not going to pay them no mind. I think that 100%, when you build things off of just hate, eventually they're going to just start eating themselves, man. It's going to be the snake that consumes itself, bites his own tail, right? All because that's all they know.
I came to YouTube, like, I didn't even know, like, you're so naive, you know? I'm like, I don't even realize I'm in an anti-community. And then after a couple months, I'm like, oh my God, these people are crazy. Like, let me get the hell out of here.
Wilding out. They hate. There's so many times where I have a anti-community, of anti-BXB sport community, of people that just hate me like a motherfucker. And every few months to years, I always get emails and messages. BX, I'm so sorry. I just realized I was foul. I was in some little hate club. I was taking all my stress out from my own life on you, and I was just falling into it. And that's the way that shit works. And people feed off of that shit. If they don't have any actual things to talk about, right? And they see someone else getting attention, they either leech off me or they just fucking fall into that hate community. Where so let's just hate this nigga. It's crazy. And it shows how hypocritical people are too. People could react to me for 10 hours. I react to them for 30 minutes. They private the video.
Mm-hmm. There's people that are miserable in real life. I just honestly feel sad for them. No one who focuses on everything hate is going to be happy in their everyday real life. So I feel bad for them. I feel bad for the real life people that are around them because, just look at Adam. Like, he never looked at anything positive you said about him. He reads all the hate comments. He never goes into anyone that's supporting him. And even his fans, that one stream, like, I was like, dude, you got fans in the chat. He was like, F them.
Fuck them.
What? What?
He is such a toxic person. He will go to a channel to rant that has spread misinformation on him multiple times and then talk shit and try to fight another channel who has defended him multiple times, which would be me.
Yeah.
Right? As much as he would present it as I hate him and he wants to like send his people, his employees to come and try to proposition me for a fight, fam, I'm like one of the few creators that have defended him. When articles were being put out spreading misinformation, I was one of the few people talking about it and correcting the information, right? But because I give my opinion on how I believe his behavior is as of recent, now I'm like the ultimate hater and I want to destroy him. It's like, no, these motherfuckers are doing shit to destroy me. I'm just, laughing, having a good time, giving my opinion. They already admitted that they were mad because I laughed at them. Just is what it is. I'm a scapegoat.
Kindergarten. BX, you laughed at me. How dare you? Mom, you laughed at me.
That's exactly what they did. They ran to Adam Calhoun. He laughed at me.
Oh,
so
God.
Now they just on their little campaign of slandering and they trying to slander UPCHURCH. And it's disgusting, fam. Like, people show their true colors when they're upset. And it shows that Adam Calhoun was never actually his friend. The way he talks about that man right now is as if he always was envious of him, as if he always hated him, as if he always disliked him, but pretended to like him because he wanted to use him.
Yeah.
That's just clear.
But now he has a bigger person to use.
Right.
It's the same deal as before. No, this person's bigger, so let me go to them.
And now that I got them, I don't need you. So now I can disrespect you and talk shit. And people keep saying, oh, well, prove that he did diss songs. So we just gonna act like there was an audio of him saying, maybe I did do the diss songs. The fuck?
Why are people ignoring that? Why? He clearly said that.
Clear as day.
You didn't do, did you or did you not? Because people don't say that when they didn't. Because you're making people believe, like, what?
Maybes and all this other shit. It's just like he's being real manipulative. And then he knows that there's an anti-UPCHURCH brigade out there. So he's feeding into it. And he would rather go on channels that have admittedly spread misinformation and called him a woman beater just to hate on UPCHURCH. That's insane. Why don't you?
That's how strong that hate is.
Right.
Yep. It's that hateful. Yep. He's got to find something that makes him happy because, wow. You know what? I actually feel bad for the up and coming people who fall into their path, who he takes under his wing to mold and manipulate. Because, I hate to say it because I don't really like Mises. I don't think he's a bad rapper. I just think, he's still got a lot of growing to do. And he's just underneath the wing of the wrong person right now. And that's sad. And he's naive. He doesn't know any better. He's just taking that first handout to try to get the rise when he could actually be putting in the work and improving. And and now he's involved in all this. Like, you should not be focusing on this, dude. You're getting started. You're building. Like, this isn't the right way.
Like, put some damn songs out. Like, his best song is not his song. And I keep saying that. Riot for me is the best song that involves him. And that's not even his song. So it's like, what are you doing? Put out your music. Man, I swear, fam, like, these guys are lazy as hell. Right. And then blame everyone else because their success isn't to where they want it to be. This motherfucker thinks he's the best thing since sliced bread. Right. So he believes that he's entitled or that he's owed a bunch of supporters and a bunch of views in his career to be a certain level. And it's like, nigga, maybe if you were willing to take more criticism and didn't think that you was the best ever and that automatically everything you did was dope, then you probably would improve and be able to put out more work. Right. You sitting here defending Jam Wayne and him putting out 1,000 songs. How about you put out 1,000 songs, nigga? That would show me that. If he's not a plant, you do the same thing. He's not going to be able to.
There's always room for improvement. And if you're putting yourself in the top, what did he say? The top 10 rappers? 10%. I mean, that is, you're talking about the best of the best there. You're not giving yourself any room to improve. You already think you're the best you can be. Honestly, in my whole entire life that I have to live, I don't think I'll ever reach the best I can be. You always keep on, moving up. You don't, that just shows ego, entitlement. You just expect it handed to you. I mean, that's the whole like Gen Z 100%. Generation right there.
And then you're not even proving it. Not even proving it. Like when rappers usually say that they the best, I'll let them get it off if they are putting in work. Back in the day when Lil Wayne was saying he was the best rapper alive, and this motherfucker was coming out with 1,000 mixtapes, his songs every month. You had to respect it at some point. It's like, damn, you putting out dope albums. You got a classic album, classic mixtapes. You got a bunch of other artists that inspire to be you, and you're helping them. It was kind of hard to argue when he was saying that, but you have to put the work in. You can't just put out one song a year and be like, I'm the best, top 10, and then you put out that weak ass diss song. What was that?
That diss song was garbage. It was so bad.
Bitch. Nigga said assassin. Sadman.
Sadman. I can write better.
100%.
You know what? If I do find that if they actually give me the advice on how they have all this damn time, I'll do a diss. I bet you it will work together. It'd be better. I need your help.
That
though.
Shit was trash. His shit, it was garbage. That might have been one of the worst diss songs I've ever heard in my life. That was bad, yo. That was trash. I expected it to be higher level. Word. I thought he was gonna go crazy. I think that man, I'm the best. I'm like, okay, all right, I'm ready for it. No.
I hate to say it. God, don't strike me, but Frogs was better. I mean, they're kind of the same, but if you take away the lisp, it would have been a little bit better than Me6.
Yeah, I would 100% say that. Yes, I'll give him that credit. That
what's funny?
What's up?
There is one song of his that I actually do like, and I bump, and I've shown people, and you probably know what song I'm talking about. I made Kratos listen to it, and he just had this weird look on his face the whole time. And when it was over, he was like, does he have a lisp? And I'm like, does he? I had watched him for so long, I guess I didn't even hear it anymore. And I know I have a little bit of a lisp, so maybe that has something to do with it too. So I listen, I'm like, what are you talking about? And I listened back to it. I'm like, oh my God, he does. But yeah, he was not feeling that song at all.
He has a lisp for sure. It sounds like it's not that strong when he sings though, right? Like when he does songs when he's trying to hold a note, but he doesn't have any originality. Like all his tracks is like him trying to copy somebody else, right? Like I was listening to, I think one of his records called Madhouse. I was like, this shit sounds just like Rocketeer by what is it? Far East Movement. A lot of people don't remember Far East Movement.
That was one of two songs that I actually liked of his. So I had no idea it sounded like something else. That makes sense though.
Oh, 100%. That joint got Ryan Tedder all over it. The dude from, I think he's One Republic, is the name of that band.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But like in the 2000s, he had a specific style with like pianos and shit like that when he used to do production and songwriting for people. And it sounds almost identical, right? And then also he imitates B.O.B. with his flow. He imitates B.O.B. a lot. A lot. Hold on. I got it connected. This joint taken. I got to switch to... what's the name? Can you hear the screen?
I just heard whatever the ad or whatever that was on, so I think so.
All right, so let me, I'm only going to play a few seconds of this. Even the melody sound a little similar.
The melody does sound similar now that you said that. It does. I can't put my finger on it, but...
I got you.
I don't need anything. I don't even.
But then mind you, I was the one who was telling him you probably should sing more.
I don't even anything. Hey.
But let's see.
It must be rough.
He's still over here lisping even on that. All right. And then if you go to still lisping. Still,
there was 2 more words and he was really about the lisp. Eat the
but in Far East
Damn it, why when you don't particularly care for someone anymore, like even the song you used to like, you're like, ugh, I don't like that. It makes me feel biased because I feel like I used to like that song. Now I just hear the stuff I hate. See, that's that hate pool, but I'm trying to. I'm at least recognizing it, though. Y'all could at least recognize it.
Yeah, it's real. It's real. Tell me this don't sound the same, though. Watch this.
Here we go.
Oh my fucking God, that's it!
Oh
my God!
Yeah. This shit is so. Wait till the drums drop. Wait till when you hear the drum, you're gonna be like, oh my God, that's the same.
Even anything.
The same.
Oh
Yo,
my
that's
God.
crazy.
Wow, do you know, I don't know if this is like an ADHD thing for me, but if I can't remember like a song, like if I hear a song, but I can't remember the name, or if I'm trying to think, oh my God, what was that one TV show called? Like it's an itch. And I constantly think about it all day and it doesn't go away. That is exactly how I felt about his Madhouse song and why it sounded so familiar. And you just, like a relief just came over me because the itch was satisfying.
I caught that shit. Since I heard, I was like, yeah, this song's actually catchy. I was like, wait a minute, nah, that piano, son, it might be in the same key. Hold on. Because I be listening to just music all the time. I go into the background, look who produced what, who wrote what. And I remember there being like a good season where Ryan Tedder was on fire. So where people kept having him come and write hooks for them and do certain things. I think that's when they was signed to Timbaland too back in the day. But I remember that sound specifically. Like, that sounds just like Ryan Tedder. It sounds like the Far East movement. This dude doesn't have an original style. All his songs are imitations. All of it. Oh, he can't give you anything. And I don't think he's really that good of a writer. Right? Well, to say that you're a good writer and you only have hip hop songs,
yeah,
I can't say you're a good writer. You got to prove it to me. Let me hear your R&B. I think I'm a decent writer. I have R&B songs, pop songs, rap songs. People keep telling me to try country. I might.
Nah. Sorry, that was mean. I don't know. Country's just not. It's just not my. I don't know. It's a little weird for me to hear a black man from the Bronx saying he wants to do country. I'm just keeping it real.
That's hilarious.
It's a little odd.
So wait. Is someone from the country saying that they want to do hip hop weird?
Yeah, you got me there. No. I mean,
you imagine people from the Bronx, how we feel listening to people from the country do hip hop. Should we?
Okay, you're right. I'm not going to count it out.
I'll just say, I don't know.
With UPCHURCH and a couple other people, like you guys have introduced me to like a new country genre. When someone says country, I automatically think of like Garth Brooks, like old school country where the songs are all the same and you're heartbroken over a girl. So that's my bias. Again, there's that hate showing through again. I was just never a really big country fan, but I know it's called country rap, right? Is that what UPCHURCH falls into?
I wouldn't do that. That's some of his raps would fall into. I would think that he falls under just rap in general, but a lot of people would classify him as country rap. And if I did it, I wouldn't do country rap, right? I would probably just do a cover or something like that along those lines, right? I would do something along the lines of Johnny Cash.
Okay.
Right, one of those songs or something. I'm not going to be in here Garth Brooks and that sounds crazy.
I mean, I'm like picturing you with the cowboy hat with like the hair, the hay hanging out of your mouth.
I look like Adam Calhoun. Fuck out of here. I ain't gonna,
exactly.
No. If I just do a cover, because mad people was like, I want to hear you sing this song, or I think your voice sound good singing this song. So I'll do a cover or something like that. But I'm definitely
I like the cover. I like the cover idea because I like all of your covers. So I think that's a good idea.
Especially, like when I do covers, I like switch the beat up and add other shit. And it was like a remix. But I wouldn't be on something like that. I'm a country singer now, guys. Howdy, y'all. That sounds crazy. Oh no, I'm not Adam Calhoun. Nah.
Where he's been through so many genres. Like he came from like California, whatever that genre is, and he came into rap. Now he's trying country. Like it's just not very authentic.
Yeah.
It's forced, especially the country. The country was very forced. I felt like ever since Tom and what's his face did that one song. What was his name? Can't think of his name right now. It was that one country song with like the aliens. No, I actually really like Mad Child. I hope you don't dislike him. If you do, it's whatever. It was the one song with the famous country guy, and like the cows are falling out of the sky in the video and shit.
Yeah.
Ever since then, I feel like Adam had like Tom's doing country. I'm going to do country now.
Country is a wave right now. It is. I've seen a lot of people switch over and start doing it. Like Beyonce is doing country.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because country is like the leading genre in the United States, because you think most of the United States is like Southern Central, and that's where country is so popular. Country songs lead the charts, and the pop artists are seeing that. I want to get in on that, and they're moving over to country to get in on those stats. That's all it is.
I 100% do think that. I think it's more so of like a wave. I think that country has always been popping, but it was not in the up wave as it is now. Now is everyone's jumping onto it, and then you're going to start seeing a lot of people who do country as acting as if they are country artists, and then maybe next year or 2 years later, they're going to jump to another wave. It's like Drake, right? Whenever Drake finds something that's like a new trend that's about to happen, he comes out with a whole song, an album with a new accent. Right? It's similar to, in fact, Madonna. Madonna was the first person I ever seen do shit like that, to just keep adapting to whatever's the new trend. And now I think that people have seen country is on this wave to where they're transitioning to just trying to be country artists now fully and put country albums out. I feel like
some people can pull it off. Like Madonna definitely pulled it off for me. Cher pulled it off for me. But like some people, it comes off forced.
That's true.
So... It's Madonna, a hard line.
Madonna wasn't really and this is going to sound crazy, but she herself wasn't original from the fucking beginning, right? So it's like
she hopped on a wave from the beginning.
That's what I'm saying. That's when you have a whole team having a structure and design for you. It's going to be hard for you to have that fall off when you just constantly just go ride to the new wave. I remember in the 2010, she was putting out songs with Timbaland. I'm like, this shit sound kind of hard. It's because it was designed to sound hard. It's written by the best producers and best writers, and the top pop musician at the time wrote the songs for her and shit. So of course, and as long as she could just ride that wave, she's good. Now she could just go on tour forever.
Do industry people even have a say in it? I mean, isn't it like the labels that like push look at this wave, this is what we're doing? That's why they don't come on. Like, I don't really listen to mainstream music anymore, other than 2000s rock, really, and some rap. But these people nowadays, like, they just seem like they're getting pushed. Like, you have to do this. You're signed to us. This is what you're doing. And that just seems very fake. Like, you're an artist. How can you have someone put you in a box like that?
It's because, like, when they sign you, if you didn't come in with leverage, they have control over everything. So if they're telling you, we're not going to put your album out and see you hot, and then you just think, all right, man, what's hot right now? And you start doing the hot records, man, that's how you fall into that trap. So where you're just trying to get the attention because you're trying to be able to release your album, but it's not original, so it's not going to last long. Artists nowadays would be best fit to just go independent, but they don't want to have to do all the work themselves. So
exactly. That's where the laziness comes in. Yeah.
100%. They're lazy. They want a team of people to be able to do shit for them and not even take the time to build it themselves or be able to do things themselves. So they just follow whatever the labels tell them to do or whatever they think is the trend. They copy and they try to base everything off of collabs and shit and who they know. And it's really nasty. Right. And I see that shit all the time. Right. I remember there was that rapper that used to be signed to Drake that he exposed a bunch of rappers and people were saying he was corny for that shit because he exposed rappers. McConan, I love McConan or whatever the fuck his name is. He had a hit song called Tuesday with Drake years ago. Or correction, he had a hit song called Tuesday, and then Drake came and snatched it and jumped on it, signed him, and then tried to destroy his career after that. right? So he's been pretty much blackballed in the industry from a lot of famous rappers and shit. And then recently he was seen like hanging out with a NBA YoungBoy, another rapper who's like anti-industry, but he has a huge buzz around him and fan base. So this guy's fan base and like his buzz went up a little bit to where all the industry rappers started hitting him up. Hey man, what's up? Seeing you got a new song, man. What's going on? And he was like, y'all some fake ass motherfuckers. Put out all the screenshots of, yo, here's me hitting you up saying happy birthday and you ignoring me for 2 years. Here's me hitting you up and saying let's collab and you ignoring me for years. But now y'all see me with a rapper that's trending and you see that I got a wave and now you want to say hello? And a lot of people were like calling him out for it. Right. That's why I was like, nigga, I stand by that.
I mean, you need more people doing that.
This is someone like who got treated dirty from Drake. Drake stole his like biggest song and then kicked him to the curb. Like one of his best friends in the industry died, Little Peep, right? So like he probably felt alone. Everyone else in the industry is shitting on him because he's not trending and ignoring him. And now once he gets a buzz, now you want to fuck with him? That's disgusting. That's nasty as fuck. Like, and I feel that way on YouTube to where if I ever get to a point, right, which I have no variety, but if I ever blow up or anything, I'm going to take note of everyone who's trying to cheat me like shit before. For sure. I'm not fake. I'm not going to pretend to be buddy with somebody. That's just not me. And I commend him for that.
That's
shit.
Rare. It's rare because look again. Look at Adam kissing the asses of people who were calling him a woman beater. Like I would say 80% of people would pick up the phone when they called and be like, "Oh, hey, man." You know, it's fake. It just for the rise. It's I have too much integrity, and you're not going to treat me like crap and then have me kiss your ass. It's never going to happen.
I can't do that. Fuck that. That shit just is not in me. Right? It's definitely not in me. Even if I don't like make a big deal out of it or like a scene out of it, don't come back to me. And that shit happens. So it happened. I ain't gonna say no names. You've seen certain creators talk shit about me, do shit, and then try to come back around me. Right? And people might even think that I'm being an asshole because I don't want to just forgive and forget. And it's like, but look at how you was treating me before. Like, that's crazy. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed watching the video. Now, if you have some extra time, can you do me a favor? Check out my music. I rap, I sing, and I make beats. All of that should be linked in the description. Also, if you want to watch me live stream, you can check me out on BX Beast Boy Live. That's another YouTube channel. It should be linked to my homepage. And you can check me out on Twitch and Rumble. I'm streaming on all these platforms, man. Trying to just get out there. Also, if you want to support me, you can sign up for my memberships on my channel, as well as my Patreon for as low as $1. You get exclusive access to a bunch of videos early before you even get it on YouTube, as well as videos that's not ever going to be on YouTube. Stuff that actually got me suspended and banned. It's kind of my anti-cancel culture fund for BX Beast Boy. You know what I mean? And it also helps me get resources for certain video essays and things of that nature. Check that out if you're able to. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, and join my Discord if you are able to, man. The link should be somewhere within my description or somewhere on my channel. I would really love to see you there, man. That's where you get a chance to talk to me and the rest of my supporters, man. I appreciate you guys. Bang, gang, out.